What is up, y'all? It is Comfy, and I want to welcome you guys all to another video of r/OlderThanYouThinkIAm. So, a bit of a backstory to how I found the subreddit. I was watching some YouTube about like 20 minutes ago, and I just fell in love with listening to these stories because it's like super entertaining. Okay, trust me, you guys will watch. You will watch this video. You will enjoy it. I put it on a $2 bill. Enjoy. Wife ID'd for coffee because she is too young for caffeine. Obligatory, not my story, but my wife's. My wife and I are both in our mid-20s, and while I look my age, my wife looks so much younger, like 13 without makeup. Here are a few stories about her looking young. Story 1. Getting ID'd for coffee. My wife and her mom were out one day running errands. They decided to get some coffee and sit back and relax in a local coffee shop. They both go to order, and my wife orders a black coffee. The barista laughs and says something like, "That's cute." My wife and mother-in-law thought it was kind of a weird idea. Thought the bill was also really cheap. But they moved down the line to drink pickup area and waited for their beverages. About 5 minutes after my mother-in-law received her coffee, my wife went up to ask where her black coffee was. The barista gave her a confused look and said, "Sweetie, you are much too young to have caffeine." Then, looking at my mother-in-law, "You really shouldn't be letting a child drink coffee with caffeine in it. It's really bad for them." Finally understanding what was happening, my wife says, "I'm 24. And at the very same time, my mother-in-law says, "She's a grown butt woman. She can drink whatever she wants." The barista was very confused and asked to see my wife's identification to prove it, which my wife had to go back outside to the car to retrieve. The barista was still very confused when she saw the ID and apologized profusely, offering the coffee on the house. This comes from the same OP, alright? So just putting this one out there. Story number 2. Jehovah's Witness thinks I am my wife's dad. Some backstory. I often work from home, and when I do, I answer the door for the people who knock. Anyways, there are some Jehovah's Witnesses that stop by every couple of months to say hello and try to get us to sign up for their church religion events. I'm always kind and mention that I'm not interested as I am not a religious person, but we all got to know each other on a first name basis. I think they also just like to stop by to see my dogs. Anyways, story time. My wife was working from home one day when she got a knock on the door and went to see who it was. It was the neighborhood Jehovah's Witnesses. When she opened the door, they said, "Hello, is your father home?" To which my wife replied, "My father doesn't live here. This is my house." The Jehovah's Witnesses were a little confused by this and asked again, "No, is your father here today?" "Superman? He's usually here at this time." To which my wife responded, "Superman is my husband, and no, he had to work at his office today. Thanks." And she proceeded to shut the door in their face. Apparently, I look like a 25-year-old with a 13-year-old daughter, and the Jehovah's Witnesses haven't been back since. Well, I mean, you're married to Superman. Carded by alcohol control at a baseball game, then accused of having a fake ID. Too long, didn't read. Alcohol control thinks that I'm underage and also thinks I'm carrying a fake ID. This happened about a year ago, and I honestly still can't figure out what the guy was thinking. I and some friends went to a baseball game. All of us are in our mid-20s and probably look older than everyone else, as I have a big beard. We get our drinks and head over to the standing room section to watch the game. All of us are joking and having a good time when someone from alcohol control, that's what they best said, comes over and asks to see my ID. No big deal, hand over my ID as he's looking at me, and my friends are all still looking at each other thinking, seriously, me? I'm the oldest looking dude here. I noticed that he's been looking at my ID for a minute and starts speaking into his radio for law enforcement before looking back at me and saying, "This ID is fraudulent and the police are on their way. You know it's a felony in GA to carry a fake ID." I'm over here dumbfounded. The IG is legit, and I'm rather tall dude looking with a massive beard. Why would he pick me out of a crowd as looking underage and then think my very real ID is fake? Whatever, I think to myself, this cop should be around the corner and this is gonna have this hysterical ending. The cop comes over and alcohol control guys explain the situation with my ID before handing it to him. The cop looks at the ID and takes a quick glance at me, turns to the alcohol control guy and says, "No, this ID is very real. And you thought this guy was underage?" Before handing the ID back to me with a "sorry to have wasted your time" look on his face and wishing me and my friends a safe night. Alcohol control guy gets red in the face, apologizes, and quickly skirmishes. So, I wanted to crack a joke about how the ID was such a good fake it took me 24 years to get, but I decided to keep quiet and keep sipping my beer. Thank you all for watching towards the end. I hope you guys are having a great day, night, time, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this and you're not showing this to as many people as you possibly can, I'm highly disappointed in you. I felt like this video was super quality and I had a lot of fun making it. And I want to credit Redditor once again for finding this subreddit for me, and I just can't stop listening, reading, whatever it is that involves the subreddit. I'm just super addicted and I kind of hate that. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, get this video out to as many people as you possibly can. Let them know Comfy is returning. But I really appreciate all those who've stuck by with me this far and are still continuing to watch the videos, even though I haven't posted in almost 5 months. It's crazy to think that there's still people out there that believe in me. So, anyways, I just want to send this video off with a proper goodbye. And if you're still watching, I appreciate that a lot, that you stuck around for the outro this long. But comment down below, stick, or I stuck with it, and the first person to do it will get their comment pinned, hearted, and everything. I do read all my comments, so even if you did comment something else, you'll get it read 110%. And adios, mi amigos. I don't speak Spanish.